So here's my 66 Volkswagen Bug that I just got trailered in from Montana. And this is just what she looked like when she arrived. I was quite happy, super pretty. Changing the oil here. And of course, the mandatory car wash with my trusty assistants, Miles and Emmett. She wouldn't start at first, so I had to get that sorted out. And here's a little adventure. Alright, maiden voyage of the Buggy Bug. Sorry. Holding up cars, but trying not to go too fast. Here we go. The windshield's a little dirty too, but that's alright. And the brakes kind of work, but it's doing alright. It sounds nice. Running smooth. 659,000 original miles. Not bad. That's alright. Around the corner. Down the hill. We'll see if we stop at the bottom. Still on the maiden voyage. Getting down to the bottom of Mill Plain. Let's see. I'm sure if the blinker is working on this car, but we'll see if we can make it around the turn. Oh boy, those brakes. Hey, it's already pulling to the right for me. How convenient. Okay, and here we are. There's a bit of bearing noise in this clip here coming off of what I suspect is the generator, so I'm going to be doing a video on how to fix that. Okay, so I didn't have an assistant to see if my brake lights were working. I just went ahead and recorded for a second. You can see the flashers flashing. Well, actually they're off now. And the brake lights absolutely don't work at this point. So I get that figured out in the next clip. Take a look. Lights, that is. Alright, so I did sort out the tail light, brake light issues. The hazard lights were working, but the turn signals weren't, and I got that sorted out as well. So it's basically going to show you under here in this fuse box. What you have to do, it was this fuse here on the end, which is probably the most difficult one to put in, and you got to make sure those are in nice and tight. There's little holes on the top, and there's the same type of hole on the bottom. And so you gotta make sure the fuses are really well seated in there. All right, so yesterday it wasn't starting. We're gonna try it today and then go to the parts store. I'm gonna take the original, well, not the original, but the battery that came with it, and get a core. And right now I have the seat up like this because this is my sort of temporary battery setup, and the Optima battery is working just great so far. So I don't think I have any problems with that. Just got to get it mounted in correctly. Okay, here we go. Keys in the ignition. Boom. And in neutral, and okay, it starts. Okay, off to the auto parts. All right, so I'm cruising along in the Buggy Bug. It's running pretty good. The brakes have actually sorted themselves out, which is nice. They seem to be a little low, but not pulling to the right hardcore anymore. So far so good. It's been starting all right. Went to the tire shop, America's Tire. Kind of helpful, kind of little corporate. So they didn't want to put a 195 65 width tire on the car. They pretty much just wanted to put stock size tires back on the car, which is okay because it's pretty much stock right now. And, you know, just having something that works would be fantastic. Anyway, but I'm probably gonna do a little stuff to it later. So bottom line is I really only need 2 new tires. They're afraid the 2 of the tires, which are good in my opinion, are probably worn, so they want to sell me 4. I'm gonna go try and get 2 used tires, so we'll see how that goes. A little shop down the street. I'm just gonna go try them out, see what they have to say. All right, that's about it. Seattle, fixing the brakes. So here I'm going downhill, no hands, and braking. See that wheel going to the right. So instead, we'll go to the left. Park it. Show you these tires. Continue on from there. Also, it's still having a little bit of a starting issue. I just do a hot jump, but it'll start. So here's the new tires. I kind of dig them. I think they're alright. $50 for the Tiger Paws. And size on them. Let me see if I can get 75, 65, 15s. Okay, so kind of a temporary solution here, but occasionally it's not starting. And so what I've done is first I just troubleshooted it and I went underneath the starter, and I'll show you what I was doing in a second here. So here's my fancy battery hold down. It's actually held in there pretty good right now. Obviously not a permanent solution either, but I ran a little jumper wire through to the starter, but only if I need it. And basically here, I'll show since I'm up here, if I hit this, boom, the starter goes and sparks and all that cool stuff. Okay, on the other side, what I've done is I've run this wire, you should be able to see it through here, this white wire, and it runs down to, it's a little hard to see, but it's the same terminal that this red wire runs into. It's all part of the starter relay or starter solenoid, and pretty much what happens is occasionally the starter is kind of dead. It hits like a dead spot. So I just give it a little blip and then it starts, and that's part of the joy of owning a bug. So that's where I'm at right now. Here, get this in focus. By the way, their name is going to be Belle Bleu. That's because of my mama. She posted that she was a pretty blue car, but she wrote in French. So it's going to be her name, and I will see if I can get customized plates that say just that, Belle Bleu. Okay, that's about it for now.